Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the final portion of
Hopefully.
Dive Party Hollowworth Expedition, week number 9. Alright, we trip over... The Nazis trip over themselves because they are the best.
You don't know that it was the
Fucking
Nazis.
I blame the Nazis. Always.
All right. Roll initiative.
Okay. Alright now. I believe that's a 1d8 for me. 2 successes.
Okay.
Oh, there you go, Otto. Did you
What on
arm-
earth am I going to do?
Did you arm yourself at all?
Yes,
With what?
with a pistol.
Alright, cool. Well, then you can shoot. With
Shoot?
a pistol.
Make
All right, Otto,
pistol
you act
noises.
first of everybody. What do you do?
Ah,
Scream.
I leave.
um. Well, they've already seen us, right?
Uh-huh.
I
They
suppose.
haven't technically already seen you, but there's 3 of you are on the ground, and they're heading right here. And as soon as their torch illuminates you, they'll see you. You can see them just fine because their torch illuminates themselves in the darkness.
He
I
rolls a
I
grenade.
will say, stay where you are, or you could be shot.
I don't suppose you have an intimidation skill.
Nope, not even a little bit.
Yeah.
Intimidation, I believe, is straight up.
What about persuasion?
Hey guys,
yeah,
I don't
no.
want to shoot you, but I will.
Hey guys, I don't want to shoot you, but I will.
Yeah,
Stop
they-
German accent.
They hear you, and they don't stop their approach at all. Right.
Okay, bang.
All right, fire your gun.
All right.
Intimidation is charisma.
2 successes. Da, 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 da. All right, you hit one of them in the shoulder. Bang. He recoils back, a shocked look on his face. And the second that you fire, you hear...
Cavalcade of Nazis, MP30.
You hear 12 MP38s. The safeties go off. And
And then the monks are like, well, fuck, maybe I should have listened.
I know we didn't say it convincingly, but
There was exactly 12 Nazis in here with machine guns and 2 Americans with baseball bats.
hold on while I roll 12 attacks.
Oh no, I feel bad.
You just gunned down like 2 monks.
You just made Swiss cheese out of innocent,
You
peace-loving.
ventilated the fuck
Buddhist
out of those
monks.
monks.
It's all your. That's why I was trying not to be lethal in the beginning, because I would have felt guilty.
Yeah, they have literally no way of surviving this amongst all of them, even if they all roll perfectly.
Yeah.
Because then you get a stacking defense penalty for multiple attackers. Basically, the last 6 guys get free criticals no matter what.
Oh,
You've turned
So-
people into paint. I hope you're happy.
I'm not.
These 5 monks, the one holding the torch in the front, the entire cavern, first of all, echoes with the sound of gunfire because it is very acoustic and gunfire is very loud. And the muzzle flare from the MP38s going off illuminates your group completely in the about 30 seconds in which the rat-a-tat-tats of the machine gun fire turn the monks into,
Stains.
cheese graters.
Yeah. Ventilated,
All right.
literally. There are holes where there shouldn't be.
Combat is over. The 2 monks who were guarding the door are still alive because they weren't even in it. They weren't even nearby.
Yeah, I
but
guess
they
we
did
just
see
walk
that.
around the corner and we're just like, hello.
They did see that and hear that. And one looks completely terrified, and the other is furious. What do you guys do?
We GTFO, I suppose.
You just head straight for the door?
Yeah.
Okay. the monk who is terrified does not do anything to stop your group from passing. The other monk who's angry looks like he's going to try and do something, but the other monk puts a hand on his shoulder and stops him.
Namaste. Namaste. We say as like he just smells like gun shells and gunpowder all over us, and he's just like, I guess we leave. Yeah.
All right, what do you guys do? Are you running? Are you
Yeah. Well, we're going at a casual, fast pace. You know, we're trying.
casual fast? That's what you're doing?
No. Well,
As
I mean,
fast as we can manage.
as fast as Rex can go, basically, is how fast we're going, I suppose.
Okay.
Which is 2 movement points. So yeah.
You hold
There's
up.
no
the
way
entire
we're
group.
getting out of here before the Yetis swarm upon us.
You can see that the Nazis are just trying
Wait,
to
does
run.
that mean I might be the only one that survives?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
You might be.
Right.
I
That
mean,
would be
maybe you
interesting.
might be the only one who survives if they get killed in combat.
Yep.
So the Nazis are just booking it. They don't care that you're lagging behind at all.
Yeah.
But Henry, the home run haddock, will basically be like, "I'll carry you."
Do it.
And
Whisper sweet
He-
nothings into my
he will
ear.
pick you up like a baby, and you can all
Soon
book
you'll
it
level
at
up.
maximum speed
A
through
little
the village.
bit. A little bit of ego
Okay.
hurt is not worth. Is fine as long as
It's
I don't.
not worth Yetis.
Yeah, it's not worth it. Is. Yeah.
Speaking of Yetis, as you guys, just the second you guys leave the village, lots of people are staring at you, of course.
Including the other Nazis.
Yeah, the other Nazis are staring, but they don't come with you.
Interesting.
They've got a look on their faces.
that says
um,
like, oh man, we missed all the cool stuff.
No more guns.
I want to leave.
Yeah, they've got a look on their face, something like that. Just as you guys leave the village, you can hear basically from every mountainside the howl of Yetis. Like-
Yep. As I
Back
guess.
to the dinosaur raptor sound effect that Graham likes to play all the time.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Only off in the distance and a little less lizardy and a little bit more ape-man-y.
I'm like Pike.
Perfect descriptor. Maximum pros achieved.
Yep.
Echoing out in all sides. A bell starts to ring in the monastery. You can't hear the alarm up here. You could hear the alarm down in the monastery. But now throughout the entire village, you can hear a bell ringing from the monastery.
I guess it's dinner time. You guys want to go back and get some food?
You know you're saying this while you're being carried like a 2-year-old on in the arms of a guy who just beat 2 monks to death with a baseball bat.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, cool. Just making sure.
Yeah.
You guys have like a solid 10-minute run to the cave.
Sure. Do we
for
make, do we make it?
Well, does anybody do anything differently while they're running? Otto?
Do anything differently, like lean more heavily on my left foot than on my right foot than normal?
Yeah,
or?
no.
Grab
Yeah,
gold,
break away
grab
from
the
the group.
nuggets.
Break down crying, say that I'm not with them. I didn't mean to harm anybody.
Grab some nuggets.
No, I think I think that thing's pretty much sailed. As much as Otto would like to be not associated with them, it's gonna be a problem. There's no way he's getting out of this except with these people.
Yeah, you kind of fucked yourself a little bit there, Otto. Ventilating.
I like to think that I helped with the convincing him to join our side.
Who are you again? I forget.
I
forgot
am
already.
Robinson Crusoe. is my name.
Robinson Crusoe.
Yes.
I like it. I like it. Yeah.
As you guys are running, you cross the bridge over the river of gold,
Yep.
which is about the halfway point between the village and the cave.
Sure.
And just as you do, behind you, some ways behind you, I'd say, I don't know, half a mile.
Okay.
No, not quite that big, but at least a football field and a half. 2 football fields. behind you at the tree line, a tree explodes as a Yeti comes barreling out of the forest right at you.
Must go faster. Must go
At
faster.
full tilt,
Yeah.
like the Juggernaut. And he is absolutely 100% catching up.
I will then shoot his eyeballs.
All right, he's pretty far away, so take a -2 on the shot, and plus you're being carried, so -2 on the shot. Tibbet, you can take a shot.
All right, so I'm going to do my swingy swammy thing.
You're,
and
what
also,
now?
was that
You're what now?
where I take my defense and put it into my attack?
Okay.
Also, I'm using the MP38, so I'm going to do a clip burst, I guess. I don't know. I don't remember the rules for that, so you're going to have to elaborate on what that means. I'm pretty sure I get extra die. Pretty sure that's what that means.
Yeah, you get extra die.
So it's 6.
But the MP38 has an even lower range than your
Okay,
pistol.
so in my firearm training, which one would I use in this situation?
If you want to make sure that you hit him at all, you want to do the pistol, but
Yep.
the MP38 has a higher potential damage, obviously.
Yeah, I'm
because
just
it's-
aiming for the eye. I'm just aiming to debilitate his eyes, not anything.
Oh, you're aiming specifically for the eye.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, you take a further -4 for a called shot.
Okay. So
-6 total.
Okay. Then I can add 4, so that brings it up to 5 again. So I'm rolling 5d2.
So wait, why are you adding 4 specifically?
Because, yeah, so I can take 4 out of my defense and add
Yep,
it
okay.
to my attack, and my
Alright.
attack is 7 with the pistol.
So yeah, 5 attack dice.
All right.
Wait, you get 3?
Yeah, got 3.
Nice. How did I know exactly what you were going to roll before you rolled it?
Because it's roughly about half, give or take 1.
It's exactly half. Yeah. Give or take 0.5.
The
Yeah.
bullet whizzes over the Yeti's head.
All right. Well,
And he
I'm
roars again.
just gonna keep pumping bullets into this guy.
Keep in mind, Dave, I did 4 lethal damage to one of those things, and it barely scratched it.
Well, I'm just going for the eye, man. I'm not
Yeah.
trying to like make it
Okay.
whatever. So, yep. So, how many rolls do you think I can get before he catches up?
You could probably shoot him again one more time, certainly. Does anybody else want to do anything?
Does anybody else want to stop running away from the Yeti in order to shoot
Or
at
does
the
anybody
Yeti?
want to shout a command to your army of NPCs?
Sacrifice yourselves for people that aren't part of your society.
Yeah. So, does he get closer, and can I use the MP38?
You could switch to the MP38 if you wanted, but, well, no, you don't actually have time to switch weapons.
All right.
So,
All right, and then I'll just roll again. So, am I rolling against his defense?
yep, you always roll against defense.
All right.
No, this is even more of a wild shot. As he gets closer, and the roaring becomes louder. You panic a little bit. I don't know. Wet yourself.
I roll the exact same thing, except maybe my footing is different.
He rolled a higher defense roll this time, though.
Okay.
Last time he rolled 4. This time he rolled 5.
All right. If I get another opportunity before he gets to attack,
You won't.
I will.
Next, we'll need an
Or he
initiative.
disembowels me forcibly.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, he's in normal range now, right? That's what
Yeah.
I'm trying to say. Okay. So I would then swap to the MP38.
All right, so you can take a time to swap to the MP38. But does anybody do something or give a command to the NPCs in this
Well,
turn?
Otto's not much of a command person, but I suppose he could say, "Shoot it."
In German, maybe to make it sound like an actual leader command. I don't know.
I suppose.
They're more authoritative in German.
Yeah.
schießen.
Some of the Nazis turn and will take some wild shots at the Yeti. But they are kind of also shooting through you guys.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a hectic situation.
Yeah.
Of course, we'll have to... Okay.
I'm just rolling here.
Yeah, it's kind of lame. It's kind of boring. Let's see if any of these shots land. 4. And the first one was... Okay. So the first Nazi peppers him a little bit with bullets. The second Nazi also hits.
Nice. Those MP38s
Third
legit,
Nazi
man.
misses.
Getting all those fucking
Third
extra
Nazi,
shots.
fourth Nazi misses. Fifth Nazi hits. And the sixth Nazi also hits. So we had 4 hits out of 6 Nazis.
That's like about maybe even with 1 extra.
You see little fountains of spurting blood as these low caliber, high rate of fire weapons pepper into this mound of flesh.
I say, aim for the eyes! As I roll up my MP38 over the shoulder of Benny. I guess.
And now I need initiative from the player characters.
God fucking damn this game! Swear to God, man.
Okay.
It's either even or terrible or amazing.
Wow.
Like,
All right.
Hey,
so-
it's like 1 minus,
Yeah.
half.
There
Half
you
minus
go.
1.
yep.
now, Otto, I need you to. What's your move?
My move is 4.
Your move is 4. I need you to roll that.
Okay.
Move that move, bro.
I'll move that move.
Hey.
Okay.
Not bad.
It's like half plus 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything is half plus 1 in this game.
Okay. So, the first people to go are Henry the Home Run Haddock. He's carrying you.
Yep.
He does nothing. He continues to run while carrying you.
Fantastic.
Balaclava Benny turns to attack. He does not aim for the eyes. He misses.
Okay.
And then the Yeti goes. And the Yeti, because... So, your little group, the way that it sort of panned out was as soon as you guys got to the surface, the Nazis broke off running.
Yeah.
You guys were following, but at first you were waiting for you because you're slow, and then Henry offered to carry you.
Do I get
so-
a style point for this?
Sure do. And Henry...
So happy. That's the first style point the entire
Yep.
game has ever been given.
No, that's
Congrats,
just the first
Dave.
given to you.
Just for you, Dave.
1!
There you go.
That-
Don't worry, when you roll the dice, it's totally
What I'm
off.
explaining, what I'm describing here, we need to stop getting off track because we're taking too much time. And people have commitments that they need to get to.
Yeah.
We don't have a full hour to keep going. What I'm describing here is that your group is in the back, and beyond that, the nameless mafiosos are the furthest in back.
Mm-hmm.
So the Yeti attacks one of the nameless mafiosos, the straggler, basically.
The overweight one.
God bless the nameless NPCs.
Yeah.
Let's roll his defense and see how well he does against that. Not well.
He dies.
I was
Smooth.
gonna say.
Well, pretty much. He gets side pawed. The massive Yeti paw cracks into his side, and he goes flying backwards, and you hear a splash as he lands in the river you just crossed. I don't know if he's okay, but he's definitely behind the Yeti now.
Yeah.
And now all of the Nazis attack again. This time they are all attacking.
Aim for the eyes!
I wish you could do like a times 12 on a roll that you've set up on roll 20.
You probably could.
It doesn't let you, but
Yeah.
or just not putting x12 doesn't do it anyway.
Hmm.
I don't know if there is a command.
Hear that? Copy paste.
Oh, yeah. No, that's up and enter. That
Oh, that's
is.
right. Up enter. Up enter.
That's what that is.
Wow. Okay.
This is why we're probably gonna stop playing Hex after this, because this is just ridiculous.
Hex is a ridiculous system.
It really is.
Then again, it's always going to be ridiculous if you have 18 things attacking one thing, no matter what system you're playing, unless you have like swarm rules in the system.
Yeah.
In which case, they would be significantly weaker. So yeah, pretty much the. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 9 of the Nazis successfully hit.
Okay.
They're all using fully automatic small caliber weapons.
Nice.
Rat-a-tat, 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 rat-a-tat. Blood sprays every which way out of the Yeti, but he still just roars and barrels forward.
All right. I guess it's Otto.
Otto, yeah, Otto goes
Yeah.
before you do.
Otto just had an idea. Taking the amulet, he will try saying to it in Atlantean, "Stop."
Ooh, okay. Can you roll me your? I need you to roll me your intelligence. Nope.
Okay.
Scratch that. I'm wrong. I need you to roll me willpower.
Willpower. Okay.
You see- You see the amulet glow. Nothing happens.
Okay.
It was a good idea, though. I'll give you that.
Yeti still barrels towards you.
Yeah, thanks.
Um,
All right. Well, now it's time to move out of the way.
Arch.
What are you doing,
Yep.
Arch?
I am twiddling my thumbs, maybe building a fire, staring at that empty archway.
Are you thinking about the mistake that you made?
Kinda. Mostly thinking
Have
like,
you-
well, shit.
You should
Have
sent
you
one of
learned your lesson yet?
Have you learned your lesson about touching weird things?
them.
Touch all the weird things is not maybe the greatest lesson in life, but yeah.
I'll just stick my head through there. What could go wrong?
Well, there's no way to figure it out.
I was once playing a game as a player where there was a weird portal. And I thought I was being careful because I actually used a torch to touch the portal instead of my hand.
Since you were touching the torch, it pulled you through?
No, I touched the torch and I lost 3 fingers when there was a blinding hot flash of white light. And I was burned all along my arm as well. And we later found out that that was because that portal led to the surface of the sun. So this is why you don't mess around with portals. You came out a lot better in that deal than that. So even touching it with a torch is a bad idea. Anyway, Rex, your turn.
All right, so explain to me what happens when I fully auto into this guy's eyeball.
You still take -4 for a called shot.
Yeah. But how
you
much
get-
extra die do I get for the...
If you do the entire clip,
Yeah, I will.
if you do the entire clip, I believe it is +4, so it negates your called shot penalty.
Okay. 5 successes.
All right, you hit.
That's almost half.
Straight into his eyes.
Which really, according to the system, that really only increases damage, the lethality of
Yeah,
your
it's like
attack.
critical hit or something like that. I don't know what the damage of this thing is, though.
It actually, when you do a called shot to a vital area like the eye,
Yeah.
you end up adding the difference between your attack and his defense roll to your damage.
All right, but what's the damage of the gun? That's what I'm saying.
It's 2 lethal, I believe.
2 lethal. Wait, it's the same as a PPK? Wow. I guess I actually thinking about it's probably the same caliber of...
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
more or
pretty-
less the same.
Yeah, okay.
Its functionality is that you can do that whole clip thing where you add dice. That's what
Sure.
makes it different.
Yeah.
So yeah, you hit with an undiscriminate amount of damage, but you totally blow his eyeball out.
Nice. I like it.
He roars again. And in response, swipes at another mafioso. Let's see how well that mafioso
Does
does.
he get any negatives because of his eyeballs missing?
No.
He doesn't have a lot of depth perception, but the problem is that
He probably doesn't need a lot.
yeah, you're not throwing stuff, you're punching stuff, so
This time with his opposite paw, he swipes at another nameless mafioso who goes flying in the other direction. Singing.
What is it?
Basically,
Wilhelm
what has
scream.
happened here is while everybody shoots, he's running up through your ranks. Right arm knocks one guy away, left arm knocks the other guy away, and he's still going.
Yeah.
And after the Yetis, it is
Mafioso's turn?
The mafiosos are just running in panic because he's right on their heels.
I mean, had it and... Benny also has to shoot. He's really good with guns, remember? So
Yeah, he shot and missed.
Okay.
Again, let's see how our 12 Nazis do. It's like a movie title.
Yeah.
12 Angry Nazis.
A new Tarantino film starring 12
Actually,
angry Nazis against
random question: did that Nazi lady get her funny sword back?
You didn't see if she did or not.
We just armed them, so whatever was in the front of that storage was what they got. If that sword happened to be there, then probably.
Okay.
Did I see that?
Nope.
Okay. Well, I guess I didn't notice.
Just little have fun with that one, guys.
So, what does a style point actually do again? Is it +2 extra die, and then I can
Whoops! You weren't supposed to see that.
Nazi?
You wish.
Yeah, I wish. Da la 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 la, rolling 7,000 times.
Okay. With another full firing squad from 12 different Nazis with MP38s.
Yeah.
The Yeti crumples to the ground, a pool of blood forming rather rapidly beneath
Run!
him.
Isn't it great that we decided to get the Nazis? Because
Shut
if
up,
we
run.
didn't, because it could have been.
They all stop running for a moment to reload because they're all completely empty on their guns.
I also reload my clip.
All right,
I have
and then
4 left.
then we all keep going.
Yep.
Just as you get to the cave, there is another Yeti curdling scream, or curdling Yeti scream, or screaming curdle Yeti.
I prefer my Yetis clotted, not curdled.
Gross.
In the entrance to the cave, a Yeti rears his ugly head, and I need initiative again.
Oh, boy. Four this time. Otto.
Wow, I'm impressed.
All right, let's see who goes first amongst our NPCs.
Why'd we kill the Yeti? Because it was trying to kill us.
Okay.
Coming right for us.
Before anybody else goes, Henry puts you down, Rex, because you can't run anyway. He's in the way.
Yeah.
He takes out his baseball bat,
I'm gonna beat this
Can't
Yeti in!
tell.
and he takes out a grenade.
Oh shit. He's doing that thing again.
Oh, snap.
He's doing that thing again.
He serves it up, throws it into the air, and clobbers it. And he gets 5 successes.
So it only kind of explodes in his face.
And the Yeti gets... All right, so the grenade lands at the Yeti's feet and explodes.
Killing the Yeti.
No, there's a huge woof of dirt and rubble, not rubble, little particles of sand rain down on everybody. And there's a roar as the soot-covered Yeti starts barreling down the path at everybody.
Well,
And
that's great.
Rex, you go first.
All right. I was about to say, if you said he Michael Jordan the shit out of that grenade, I would have been very angry. Okay. I am going to try and move out of the way of the barreling.
You're in the
then-
back, and you're all sort of walking up a path, so that'd be kind of hard to do.
Well, I just want to try and get to the sides, like maybe to the wall or whatever.
Well, you can be as much to the side as you can be, but that Yeti's totally going to be able to attack you if he makes it through the entire Nazis to get to you.
All right, fine then. I will then just unleash hell with machine gun into his eyes again. So
you're doing another called shot,
Yep.
so basically just your normal dice pool,
Yep.
and you roll an attack.
Yep. I'm also going to put in and the extra 2 die from the style point.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going
All
to
right,
roll
then.
11d2.
If you
No,
get
you
like
would
a
only
2
roll
and it'll
7.
allow
You'd only
so
roll
hard.
92.
No, I was rolling. No, this is with the machine gun unloading with the
Yes, but
clip.
you're still shooting at his eye, so
Yes.
it's -4 as well.
Yes,
so,
but I'm also doing the take away from the defense into the attack.
oh, you're also doing take away from the defense into the attack.
So it's 11d2.
All right, 11d2. All right, 6 successes.
That's
Let's
actually
roll this.
higher than our average.
Yeah.
Let's roll this one out in the open just so we can see how well it does. All right, you add 3 lethal damage as you also blow out this Yeti's eye for a total of 5 lethal damage.
Nice.
And then Otto, you go.
Okay. Is the Yeti still barreling towards us?
Yeah, what happens when you get shot in
Nazis.
the eyes? Like what?
Towards the Nazis.
Well,
Well,
the Nazis-
I am behind the Nazis. I'm
Uh-huh.
going to try moving to the side, and I'll take a shot.
I'll take a shot. Okay.
Yeah, I highly doubt that I'll hit, but you know. There we go. Whoa!
Well,
And
yeah.
hit. Do you know what kind of pistol you're using?
It's probably
Yeah,
the same as me.
Too
Yeah,
lethal.
2 lethal.
Yeah, 2 lethal. Yeah.
You Otto takes a piddly little shot, and the Yeti stops dead in his tracks and falls over dead.
Otto, my man! Together,
Oh,
we
yeah.
are an entire army of Nazi killing motherfuckers. Yeah.
Bam!
Bing.
Yeah, it just like hits the other eye perfectly. No. Goes through the hole that I blew up through his eye and hits his brain straight away.
It's that moment
Sure.
from Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade when just shoot and it goes through 4 people.
No, I imagine it's more like the Yeti is like roaring and beating his chest, and you're just like, ugh. Take out your pistol and just shoot him, and he dies, and he just walk away.
I kind of saw it more as he was hiding behind a rock with his hand over his eyes, just puts the gun behind him randomly and pulls the trigger, and then the Yeti just dies.
He does a Murray where he throws a rock so hard it kills everything.
No time to talk about how amazing I am. We must go.
Yeah.
You keep running through the caves.
Do I get picked up again?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
You can hear, just as you enter the cave, in fact, if anybody takes a moment to look back, which they will because it would be non-cinematic for them not to, you can see literally packs of Yetis converging on the path and heading up towards the cave, roaring, probably at least a dozen.
This is my moment. This is my moment.
This is your moment?
Yes. We've got some explosives.
Do you?
Yes, we planted at the entrance to this cave, and go kaboom, and then we block them from getting to us.
Okay. What
It's
explosives
Pulp!
do you have?
Let's do it!
Sweet, we've got it. Let's see here. Roll. What's my demolitions is okay.
What explosives do you have? Where did you get them?
Remember, he got it
from the storeroom.
The storeroom. He got it like in a box. Remember when they first came through?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. Although you did
Okay.
bring nothing with you when you came, so
Oh, that's a good point. So I guess I would only have whatever explosives that anybody had grabbed from the storeroom. My bad.
What is your demolitions?
Come again?
What
It's
is your demolitions
intelligence.
score?
6.
Your total is
Dang.
6.
Yes.
All right, you can go ahead and roll that at the cave entrance.
4 is better than 3.
Indeed. 1 better than 3.
Yes.
All right, you stop briefly while everyone else keeps running, and you place it where you think you place some grenades where you think they'll do the most structural damage to the cave mouth.
Yeah.
You blow it up as you're going away. There's a huge woof of dust that follows everybody through the cave. And when the dust clears, there's a big pile of shale and rock and stalagmite bits. And it's a big pile, but at the top of the ceiling, it doesn't reach the ceiling, and there's light streaming through.
Yeah.
which, I mean, there's still a bunch of crap in between you and the Yetis, but it's not a perfect seal. So we'll see how long this stalls them. They're still pretty far back, though. So plus with this blockage, you've got time.
That's all we need, time.
All right, you guys feel the temperature drop as you run out the cave.
Yeah.
And you find yourselves in that same little opening where Jacob's character died.
Yeah.
You fought the first Yeti. The snow is no longer bloodstained, as there's been many snowfalls since.
Yeah.
One of the Nazis produces a grappling hook and shoots it out of the chasm. It's the exact same thing that you pilfered from them earlier, only they had more than one, and they picked it up from the storeroom as you were leaving.
Yeah.
And there's now a rope, and they start beckoning people to climb up the rope to get up out of this crawl space.
There's a zeppelin!
Onto a higher place.
Okay. I don't know how I climb it, but I imagine it's like I hang onto someone's back as they climb up.
You can also just climb with arms, so it's possible to do.
Okay. I've never been able to climb with just... Okay, yeah, well, let's say I do that then.
Because he
Let's
always
say
gets
that
day.
All those years of not walking gave you incredibly massive biceps.
Yeah. All right.
People climb up, and besides, also you have a rock face there. This isn't free climbing,
Okay,
like
so
you're
it's not
climbing
like
up a rock face.
It's not like just a dangling rope or whatever.
Yeah, this isn't gym class. There's also a wall there, so
Alright,
it
well,
makes
that's
it
fine.
very easy.
Yep.
I don't want to say very easy. Makes it easy enough for me to do it.
Very easy. Yeah.
So you guys find yourself on a windswept, snowy topped mountain face with nothing in all directions.
Well, Raven.
Stop calling me that.
Schnuggum.
Well, you never told me your name.
That's
And I never will.
Raven.
Well, then I have to call you something, and it's better than Nazi.
All right,
see
where
your
is the transportation?
Patience, Herr Schultz. She reaches into her shirt and pulls out a necklace.
Okay, she just had this with the entire time.
Yep.
Okay.
With a flick of her wrist, the necklace glows, and she has that sword in her hand again.
Interesting. It's a neat trick.
Which one of you does she stab first?
Yeah.
That's the question.
She swipes
Probably
the
me,
air.
because I'm a traitor.
She swipes the air, and there's a concussive blast of wind. But she's aiming just into the sky. A thunderclap rolls through the Himalayas.
Probably killed like 9 villages with avalanches just now, too.
There is silence as snow falls and the wind blows.
I'm just like, Rex is just like looking around. He's just like, okay.
And I need a willpower roll from both of you.
Well, that's, I mean, I can only roll a 2 on this, so.
You are a weak-willed person. Dave.
I won.
You got a 3?
Did you?
Yeah, damn.
Mm-hmm.
And you think 3 will save you. Rex,
Yes.
booming out of the sky, you hear crystal clear, as if it's standing right next to you, but at the same time clearly coming from the sky, you hear the word stop.
Hammer time.
MC Hammer descends from the sky wearing his parachute pants.
Yeah, alright. So what does that
Zuba's
mean for
flat.
me then?
Well, you hear it, first of all.
Yeah.
Otto,
Yes.
you hear in German, you hear stop, as if booming from the sky, but also right behind your ear, right
Mhm.
next to you. Neither of you can move.
Natürlich. Okay.
You can move your eyes, and you look around and see that everybody is similarly frozen,
Nazis included?
Nazis included.
All right.
Hmm,
Oh, that's all right
okay.
then.
From the snowy clouds obscured in the sky, you hear the sound of some sort of machinery, propeller blades, and all at once, with a big whoosh, the clouds open up, and you can actually see the blue sky on the other side.
Mecha Hitler jumps out of a fucking zeppelin, lands on the
Well-
ground.
There is a giant zeppelin there.
Oh, cool.
A giant zeppelin is lowering out of the sky, emblazoned with the Thule Society logo. Some
Okay.
Bombay
Of course.
some Bombay doors open up on the Zeppelin, and from the Bombay doors, a streak of smoke comes hurtling down towards you guys. And as it gets closer, you see it's not a streak of smoke, but it looks like a kite almost.
Okay.
And then as it gets even closer, you see that there's a man attached to the kite.
Sup.
Landing right next to Baroness is a man in a helmet.
Yeah.
He appears to have some sort of metal wings on his back with a jet in between those wings. He lands next to Baroness, puts a hand on her shoulder, and she can move again. He goes to each of the Nazis and does the same, and they are all able to move. The dirigible continues to lower out of the sky until it is practically within jumping distance of you. And a platform lowers out of the Bombay doors. On the platform is 24 Thule Society Nazis in full armor and in full weaponry. And in the middle of them is a rather tall, blonde-haired, blue-eyed
Man.
officer
With a Charlie Chaplin mustache.
who literally wears a fur. He wouldn't have had blonde hair.
Yeah.
He wears a fur cape and a breastplate emblazoned with the Thule Society, like a plate mail armor breastplate
Yeah.
emblazoned with the Thule Society logo. He walks through the snow as if it's not even there, straight up to Baroness, and they begin chatting in German. Otto,
Yes.
what you can overhear them talking about is basically he says report. Baroness gives him the short version. We found it. We escaped. These people helped us escape. They are Americans. They were chasing us here. Yada, 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 yada. She gives the too long, didn't read.
Yeah.
He returns with some curt order, and her and the Nazis that were accompanying her run off to the dirigible. Whereas the man with the fur cape walks up to you.
Uh-huh.
Complications.
I heard my associate promised you transportation in exchange for saving her from a godforsaken dungeon in some mystical hellhole.
That is correct.
It's about right, yes. I don't know if he's talking to me, but...
No, and it's in German.
Is it? Okay. Well.
No, he's speaking in English.
Oh.
Yeah, that's about right. That's about right. We can't move yet, though, right? Yeah.
You are capable of talking.
Okay, well, that's good then.
Oh no, we're all doomed. Rex can talk.
Yeah.
Tell me, Did you learn anything of the secrets of Shangri-La?
It depends if the deal is still on or not.
That depends if I like your answer.
Well, are you going to keep your end of the bargain, Raven?
She's gone already.
No. Okay.
She left aboard the dirigible. This
Okay.
man is now talking to you.
Well, Raven promised us that we could travel and get out of this, as you said, forsaken hellhole. I agree with that statement completely. I'm not willing to give you everything you want just because you asked nicely.
Well, then I guess I'm not willing to let you on my dirigible.
Now, that's not how it works. We rescued you, your troops, and I can only assume one of your highly ranked officers with a magic weapon from said hellhole. They could have rotted.
He raises his hand and flicks it backwards, and him and his entourage turn around and start leaving.
Rex, do we have anything? Rex, do you have anything at the bottom of the mountain transportation?
We have a boat.
You also have cars before you.
Yeah.
You do have a base camp where you left vehicles that could get you back to the boat, which could get you to.
Did we leave any mafiosos there as well? I can't remember
you
if
did.
we did. Or not.
You left two guys at the base camp.
Yeah.
Then back to base camp, I suppose.
I agree.
Well, you guys still can't move.
How about...
Hopefully it wears off.
Yeah. Another wheel check, maybe?
It wore off last time when she did that. When she did the sword thing in the room with the other crap.
They get on to the dirigible, and as he does, he speaks into some apparatus that's next to him, and booming out of stereos, presumably on the dirigible, you hear, "Best of luck surviving the mountain.
We did it already.
Thank you for rescuing my men. It's a shame that you weren't willing to give me any answers."
I yell
And
back in
that
my...
dirigible starts flying away. It's also worth noting that the voice that he spoke to you with when he asked you those questions and the one coming out of the dirigible now is the same voice that told you to stop
Fair enough.
in your respective languages.
Nazis are weird.
Indeed. And on that bombshell, I'm afraid I have to run, guys.
All right.
All right, we can consider this the ending of Season 1 of Hollow Earth Expedition, Trapped on the Himalayas.
Yeah, if we ever pick this up again, we might not use the same rule system.
Oh, we definitely won't. We'll at least have some answers for that.
Yeah, because there are a lot of, like, holes in this system. But yeah, that's pretty much the end of Season 1. I do really like the story. I just fucking... Oh my god, the rolling just doesn't work with me in this game. Not at all. But, yeah. Thank you very much, Rek, for putting this together for us. It's been a treat.
Thank you kindly, Rex.
Yeah, it only took 8 years, but we finally played again and got to the end of Season 1.
Indeed.
And we'll fill this slot with some other game that is more applicable to the scheduling difficulties that we apparently have in this group, where people aren't necessary to be there, and then we'll be more able to play regularly, and so have the capacity for people to, come cameo for one episode as you desire.
Yeah. So, Frank, if you want, you're more than welcome to join us for that game.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to. Although I do have one. I have a bachelor party in June. It'll be on a Saturday.
That's
pick up a
the
Saturday.
beauty of this game. Like, you don't have to show up for every single episode, but you can have like a main character in the story.
Well, don't get ahead of yourself, Dave, because the rule still applies of 3 strikes. Just because people can come and go doesn't mean they get to come and go. If he gets a 3rd strike without saying something ahead of time, he doesn't get to keep
that's
playing
fine.
because
That's fine.
we need to have a base of characters that are our regular characters that we can rely on. And so
we'll talk after.
Yeah, we'll talk
We'll talk.
after. So,
Okay. We'll
talk.
yeah, just some plot stuff that everyone was unaware of. Rex still, in fact, has the shining green liquid strapped to his body. Arch is, in fact, inside
Changing
of...
his name to Robinson Crusoe.
Yeah, he's going to create a series of board games which will sell surprisingly well, but be unnecessarily complex.
Potentially.
Yeah. Otto and
Pass,
Rex and the mafiosos, the ones that are alive, are on top of a mountain with all the required gear to get down a mountain. And I guess that's sort of where they'll leave off. If I remember correctly, the green tube was for the guy in
Hong Kong.
Hong Kong. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Shanghai.
the Asian
Shanghai.
side.
Shanghai. Yeah, not
Yeah.
Hong Kong.
You, Dr. You.
No, it
No,
wasn't.
it's
It
Dr.
was-
Zhang.
Oh, Zhang.
Yeah, it's
Uncle
Zhang.
Yu is the other
Oh,
guy.
yeah, Uncle You. Gotcha.
Yeah, and yeah, we still haven't found a way to solve Maximilian's problem, I suppose.
Yeah, we did. We figured out you had to just send him to the freaking fancy place. Send him to Shangri-La. That's the only way to do it.
Yeah, but then he'll never leave.
That's your assumption, but we've made many assumptions, including that I can just stick my head through this portal.
Live and learn.
Best
You
part.
do learn.
Best
That's
part
the
ever.
important thing.
I lost my shit at that, Frank. That was great. But you didn't have to be the guy. I just offered you
Yeah,
up,
enough.
and then you're like, yeah, well, good, whatever. All right. Thanks very much for watching, guys. It's been a pleasure having you all here. We don't know what game we'll be playing next Saturday because let me see here, timing
Well,
wise.
it won't be next Saturday anyway.
Next Saturday will be the first episode of Die Party Golem's Curse.
Is he going to be ready for that next Saturday already?
Yeah, 16th is rolling around, man.
Oh, yeah. I didn't realize he gave a specific date. I thought he said like 3 weeks.
Yeah, 16th of May is when we're starting that up.
Okay.
We've already got our new players, characters all rolled up and ready to go. The new rule set has been changed. Well, the rules have been changed in that game. As for the slot at 10 a.m., that's completely up to when Wreckage feels like he's got his stuff ready. So I assume it'll be a few weeks before that one starts up.
Well, next week we'll have the game, and then we'll have to get players, and we'll have to make sure that, you know...
So next week we
people-
actually are going to start?
No, next week we'll have the game. We'll know the game and the rules, and then we'll have to get players
Oh, I
and
see
make
what you're saying.
characters.
Right, yeah.
So
maybe we'll
I
do
mean,
like a sit
this-
down and understanding of the rules for whatever this new thing is at this time. Maybe I don't know.
maybe, but certainly the soonest that we'll actually play the game wouldn't be until the Saturday after next,
Yeah, yep.
depending on how long it takes us to find people.
Well, Wallace, if you want to play, send me a PM over Twitch, and we'll see what we can do. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this episode. Thank you very much for joining us, guys. If you enjoyed the show, make sure you give the channel a follow. Unfortunately, we couldn't get it showing on the other channels that we normally broadcast on because Restream has been a bitch. But pretty much...
Hopefully that won't be a problem in the future.
Pretty much that shouldn't be a problem in the future once they sort that shit out. As per normal, you can check out the YouTube channel and find over 190 hours, we're almost coming up to 200 hours of Die Party archive content, including all of Hex, all of Lokes, Nevada, which is like one of the best games that we recorded. Apparently, everyone loves Fiasco that's watched all our stuff, so that one's there. We have 3 seasons of, well, 2 seasons of another game that we run on the regular. And the 3rd season will be starting up on next Saturday for that. And that's pretty much it, guys. Have a good weekend. Enjoy Game of Thrones. And that's pretty much it.
Fucking that TV show went off the rails.
See ya, guys. Have a good one.
So.
Bye!